know how people be watching their own stories and stuff back? I feel like if you make YouTube videos, and sometimes you watch your own videos back. I was scrolling through my old videos just to see, you know, my growth and improvement, how long my hair has gotten and stuff like that. And I came across a video diary that I did, and I kind of want to do another one. So I'm gonna. The most bittersweet thing about watching my video diary is the fact that I recorded it a couple years ago, but as I was sitting there watching it, I was like, I completely relate to everything that's being said here from my former self. And it's sweet because it's like, you know, I don't know, it gave me a different appreciation for my own content, but the bitterness came from the fact that 2 years later, I still feel me. Like 2 years later, I still completely relate to everything that was said in that first video diary, and it makes me kind of feel like, where's my improvement? Why has nothing gotten better? Like, things have gotten better, don't get me wrong. Things have gotten better, don't get me wrong. I'm living somewhere different. I'm driving something different. I've learned a lot. I handle my stress a lot differently. But for the most part, the main points are still what I feel like right now, and that shit just kind of bothers me. So I feel like this video diary will be just different clips because it's so much on my mind. The first thing on my mind is anxiety, and when did it happen to me? Because I remember a time when I didn't even know what that word meant. I remember I used to hear people talking about it, and I was like, so does your stomach hurt? Like, what does that mean? And now I have it really, really bad. I have anxiety to the point where it's interfering with my relationships, my social life, my job, my responsibilities and things. For some reason, anything that requires me leaving the house, I do not want to do it. I don't. It makes me feel, I be feeling like I need a drink before I leave the house. I be feeling like I have to take deep breaths before I leave the house, and it's not that serious. Sometimes it could be as simple as I know I gotta run to the bank, or I gotta run to the store, or I know I need to go pick up so-and-so because I told them I would. Like, I don't be wanting to leave the house. I don't be wanting to answer the phone. It don't matter who's calling. It could be my friends, my boo. If I see my phone ringing, something in me is like, what are they calling to tell me? Half the time they're calling just to say, hey, how you doing? And catch up with me. But I ain't hearing that. I be like, nah. They're calling to tell me something I don't want to hear. I don't know when I became so anxious. I think that it happened over time. Like, you know, the more experiences I went through, the more fear began to manifest in everyday activities. But I guess I wanted to share that because I used to be a person that didn't understand what it meant to be anxious, and now that I am, I want people to understand where I be coming from sometimes, so that they don't take things that I might say or do or not say or not do personally. Sometimes the overthinker in me doesn't want to listen to 90s R&B music because people cared about their boo back then. People do not care about their boo these days. Everything is a fucking pride competition. People ain't standing outside nobody's houses with boom boxes singing no more. I don't even need all that. People don't even apologize no more. Sometimes I feel envy for people that have regular jobs and they're content with them, or they like them, because because I haven't been in that seat in a very long time. Haven't liked my job in a long time, and I could be in a position where there's actually nothing wrong with the job and I still won't like it. Not that I won't like the job, but working for other people at this point has become one of my bigger stressors, because there's no real job security in working for other people. You don't really have a real significant say-so when you work for other people, no matter what your position is. Like, they can hire you to be the decision maker and they still won't let you make no decisions. You don't get to see the money coming in and out when you're working for other people, and they could be you could be earning $1,000 and they giving you 50. But some people have regular 9-to-5 jobs. They go, they're content, they like it, they're moving on up the ladder. I'd be sometimes like praying, like, I want a job that I like enough to move up the ladder. I want a job that I like enough to want to move up the ladder. But I think disliking my jobs is one of the reasons I don't be wanting to leave the house, or I don't like having an appointment, or I don't like knowing I have to be somewhere at this time or that time. And I think it's because, I don't know, I'm yes, an overthinker. So I'm trying to make this all make sense. But I'm not a person that's like looking for pity or envy or anything like that. I'm really trying to figure it out so that I can stop experiencing the same cycles over and over and over. Like with men, I be trying to figure out, okay, they all end up being really, really sour. Some of them show you like, I'm a sour dude, and you be like, all right, when they turn sour, I'm not gonna be shocked. But some of them turn sour and you be like, what happened to my sweet pea? And I be asking myself, like, what was he showing me that I ignored or overlooked, or really trying to figure it out. Really trying to figure it out. Sometimes when I confide in people about being mistreated by other people, I feel like all they hear is, oh, I could treat her like that too. Because even though they'll be like supportive in the moment and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that, they turn around and do the exact same thing. I'll be naming my plants after people I love, and then I have to change their names, and then it's like, but I don't know. I like his name, but it needs to be changed, but I don't know what I would change it to. And I've already written it down several places, like in my plant journal and stuff. So now I either change his name and have to get used to him having a different name, or I keep his name and I just never call him by his damn name anymore. But I've learned the lesson. I will never name a plant after a person again. This girl got me a plant for my birthday, and she ended up being a fake bitch. And it's crazy because when I first got the plant, it had, I don't know what the problem was, but it had a lot of dying and brown leaves. And I was like, what's wrong with it? And then after the girl cut me off, then the plant started doing a lot better. Like, she had a whole bunch of shit dying off of her. Now I could still see a little bit of, but yeah, she's doing so much better ever since the person that got her for me cut me off. And I feel like that's a sign. So her, anybody that I have to change my plants' names because of, gum. Sometimes I tell myself to stop coming on here so busted, but then I'm like, I'm not really busted, it's just not dolled up, and that's okay. I'm a real person. Y'all be seeing me dolled up sometimes, so you can get this bustedness too. I be wondering what would happen if we all went on a rent strike. Like if we all just stop paying rent, everybody in Mecklenburg County just stop paying rent, would they evict all of us? No, right? Because we would have to go to court, and then what order would they? I think we should go on a rent strike. I think it could work if y'all committed to it. I'm down. I really wonder what would happen if we all just stopped paying our rent. I tell you I got your back and I'm gonna do something for you, then I got your back and I'm gonna do something for you. Now, if there comes a time where I'm taking from myself to do something for you, I will have to stop doing it. It's not fair for you to get upset with me if that happens, because shouldn't I be my priority? If me doing your favor has me running around like a chicken with my head cut off, isn't that unfair to me? Or is it fuck me, as long as you get what you need? Like, and when you ask people for favors, you gotta keep in mind that they're doing you favors. Whether it's significant, insignificant, important, didn't matter. If someone becomes unable to do something for you, you cannot be upset about it. If you find yourself upset because someone had to put themselves first, you should really reevaluate how fair that is. Yeah, it's inconvenient for you to have to change plans and things like that, but again, bump me. And it's not really fair for me to feel guilty about not being able to do people favors. I'm not in a position in my life where I can do anybody any type of favor. I can only be there for people emotionally and mentally at this time in my life, and that is just my truth. So it's not fair for somebody to try to make me feel bad that I couldn't do something for them. I'm still playing catch up from last year if we want to keep it hot. I have to prioritize myself, and that's the bottom line. And if you're angry about that, I really can't do anything for you, but I'm unapologetic about prioritizing myself. I think that social media wouldn't suck so bad if everybody wasn't trying to go viral. Like, that's everybody's goal. And that's when all the clickbait comes in. That's when all the exaggerating comes in. That's when all the, like, for example, I just scrolled and I saw something that was like Drika Gates responds to Kevin Gates. I clicked on it because I'm being nosy. And Drika's just like, there's power in releasing things. And when you release something, you have to fill that space with something better and make sure there's love and make sure it's purposeful. Never did she say she was talking about Kevin. Never. She always talks like that. If you know anything about the lady. And if you don't know anything about the lady, then why is it that you're so quick to jump on social media and speak for her or say what she's talking about? You don't know shit about her. You couldn't say that if you did know something about her. And people all in the comments, he made her. Did he? Because his lyrics say it the other way around. Get off her. Like, and everybody's trying to go viral. Everybody's trying to be controversial, because if you're controversial, you have a higher chance of going viral. Everyone's trying to throw their unpopular opinions down everybody else's throat. Who cares? Who cares? There was a day where our opinions stayed up here, and the only way they came out of here is if we was having a face-to-face conversation with somebody. There was a day where your opinions just stayed to you. And now we hop on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Chicken is nasty. Fried fish is nasty. And instead of everybody being like, oh, that's their opinion, people feel obligated to come and argue. No, it's not. Blah, 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 blah. Who gives a who? Why are we doing this? When did we start doing this? I was born in 1993, and it's so bittersweet to be able to look back on the way things used to be, because I was a child really looking forward to adulthood, because I envisioned my adulthood looking like the adulthood of the adults in my life. And I'm not going to say they had it easy, because I know that nobody really has it easy once you reach adulthood. But bro, what's happening right now in life?